Millbrae parks get new playground equipment, the restructured library turns 10 years old, and Dennis Fema and Gaetan Andrews are honored as Millbrae Man and Woman of the Year. All that and more coming up next on MCTV Millbrae News. It was a wonderful Friday evening on October 24th as two wonderful longtime Millbrae volunteers were honored, Dennis Fema and Gaetan Andrews. California State Senator Jerry Hill was an inspiring keynote speaker, and the attendees enjoyed what we hope will become a new tradition, two videos produced by MCTV showcasing many of the great works of Dennis and Gaetan. Since the inception of this event, 42 Millbrae men and women have been honored. Their tireless, good-natured, and meaningful service have made our community a richer place. Congratulations, Gaetan and Dennis. Those of you who have been around for a while remember the old library. Now, back in June of 2001, the voters in Millbrae approved Measure C, a $10 million bond to replace our 40-year-old library building with a brand new state-of-the-art library. This November marks the 10th anniversary of the new library, which has been described as a crown jewel in the Peninsula library system. There will be multiple free events during the month to mark the occasion. As you can see, the monthly calendar is packed. Here are three of the events that I would like to feature. Classical guitarist Peter Fletcher will play a concert on November 3rd at 6:30. There's an open house on Tuesday, November 18th at 7 p.m. featuring the Mark and Dre comedy show. And then for kids of all ages, on Thursday, November 20th, there will be a library birthday party from 12:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. I hope to see you there. Last but not least in library news, the children's area of the library will be getting a facelift and a new play structure installed. So congratulations to all of us, the library and their great staff, the wonderful friends of the Millbrae Library, and congratulations to you too, because we all passed the bond measure to make this possible. Do you remember that San Bruno had a library bond on the same 2001 ballot and it didn't pass? If you heard a bunch of sirens along El Camino and Magnolia Avenue on October 28th, it was the Peninsula Firefighters Burn Relay, benefiting the Elisa Ann Roosh Burn Foundation. They started in Moffett Field and ended up in San Francisco, stopping at 15 fire stations along the way, one of which was the Millbrae Fire Station 37, where Jennifer Pride, a firefighter on our force, presented the foundation with a $2,000 donation raised by the sale of Millbrae Fire t-shirts at the Art and Wine Festival. The Burn Relay is a wonderful local tradition, a worthwhile cause, and you get to see a bunch of cool fire equipment. I really enjoyed it. One of the great annual traditions here in Millbrae, the Japanese Cultural Festival, returned for its 9th year on October 5th. The festival, set at Millbrae City Hall, is sponsored by the City of Millbrae and the Chamber of Commerce, among others, and was bigger this year than ever. As in years past, the residents were treated to a wonderful variety of demonstrations and artwork, from traditional archery to cultivating bonsai, to calligraphy, to martial arts and dancing. The popularity of the festival continues to grow in the Millbrae community, and this year the organizers were able to completely fill up all spaces for vendors and stage performers. So, congratulations to the Japanese Cultural Festival Committee for yet another excellent year. And speaking of cultural festivals, this year marks the first Korean Cultural Festival held in Millbrae. On October 18th, people gathered at the Millbrae Community Center to celebrate some of the fascinating aspects of Korean culture. Things to do and see included calligraphy demonstrations, some great craft workshops, a variety of performances of Korean drumming, a cooking demonstration on how to make tasty rice cakes, board-breaking taekwondo, and a chance to try on some beautiful traditional Korean clothing. The festival was a great success, and we are lucky here in Millbrae to have yet another cultural festival to enjoy. We are looking forward to next year. If you're a kid living in Millbrae, you must have really enjoyed October. Between the Monster March, the Rotary Kids Carnival, and the ribbon cutting on 3 parks with new playground equipment, your schedule would have been full. On October 16th, we celebrated the official reopening of Lion Bill Mitchell Park, Greenhouse Park, and Meadows Park. The playground equipment in these 3 parks is designed for use by children between the ages of 2 and 5, as required by current standards. Older children are encouraged to use Central Park Playground. The equipment was funded in part by the Millbrae Community Foundation and the Millbrae Rotary Club, and we thank them. On October 25th, the Millbrae Lions, Leos, Millbrae Chamber of Commerce, Millbrae Recreation Department, Fire Department, and Sheriff's Department combined forces for yet another successful carnival, monster march, and trick-or-treat at downtown businesses. What fun! If you were there, then you were in our MCTV video. So check it out on Channel 27 or AT&T Channel 99, or you can visit our YouTube page at the address below. Then the very next day, the Millbrae Rotary and the Millbrae Interact Club from Mills invited young people to their annual carnival with games and Boswick the Clown. It almost, but not quite, makes me want to be 6 again. Well, maybe 26. Spring Valley Elementary School teachers Kathy Zavaleta and Joel Wheeler have won a grant of almost $5,000 to teach a special program to 4th and 5th graders about simple machines, electricity, forces, and magnets. This is part of a county-wide competition for grants in science, technology, engineering, and math, abbreviated STEM, to support young scholars in developing a deeper understanding through innovative hands-on learning experiences. Congratulations, Spring Valley School. 2 quick reminders from the Millbrae Elementary School District. There will be no school on Tuesday, November 11th for Veterans Day, and there will be an early dismissal on Wednesday, November 26th at 12:15 p.m. for the Thanksgiving weekend. So plan ahead for your students. On MCTV this month, we hope you'll tune in to the November 25th City Council meeting, where the City Council will be considering our request to return MCTV funding to the 2008 level and to lease us the small room across from the Chakotay Meeting Room for a community media center and classroom. Better yet, come on down to the meeting and express your opinion on the issue. Should the city decide to support our request, we will finally have a place to teach video production, delivering your message, integrating your message with social media, video editing, audio editing, graphics, and maybe even animation. For more details on our business plan, go to our website and check out the whole thing from start to finish. It's quite comprehensive. MCTV began fall sports coverage at Mills, so look for upcoming volleyball and football. As is traditional, MCTV will be bringing you the annual Battle of the Strip football game against Cappuccino, which takes place on November 15th. We should have the video available on channel and on demand within a couple of days. Oh, and one more date to put on your calendars. Saturday, December 6th is the annual tree lighting ceremony at City Hall, sponsored by the City of Millbrae and the Millbrae Chamber of Commerce. Come on down and join in the singing of holiday music, delicious hot chocolate, cookies, and look at the beautiful decorations that have been put up by the building and maintenance folks. Once again, you'll be able to buy a holiday star to put on the city tree. It's a donation to the Millbrae Community Foundation, those folks who help with the playground equipment. So get in the holiday spirit and support an organization that does so much for our community. Their website is www.millbraefoundation.org. And while you're at the tree lighting or at the Mills Cap Big Game, stop by and say hello to your MCTV crew from your community station.